Hi community, thanks again for clicking on this video and joining me on my recovery journey. Today's video means a lot to me because it's the reason I started this channel. As you can see from the title, the theme is about wanting more out of life, creating a purpose, a dream, and a reality that I can look forward to wake up to. There are steps, stages, and setbacks to recovery, but the real question I had to ask myself was, why am I getting clean? Don't get me wrong, getting clean was a huge achievement all on its own. I haven't been free of drugs and alcohol in years. From those dark days of addiction, rehab, relapse, and admitting and almost overdosing, to recently having over 100 days of complete sobriety is something I'm very proud of. I had to ask myself an honest question though. What did I want to do with my life after getting a second chance? Of course, I still work, have bills, low and good days. But I had to rediscover purpose and dreams. I knew this time I had to find a passion. Always liked the idea of helping people. From trying to get through EMT school, trying to get into a radiology program, and other things. But most of them centering around helping others. This channel has become my passion, my purpose, and my obsession, my therapy. Going to rehab planted the seed of wanting more out of my life. Having to do group sessions talking about life after rehab, the topic of finding a hobby was always something we talked about. I understood the concept, but my main focus at that time was just getting sober and dealing with daily life. The idea of finding something to do after rehab, like a hobby, was a thought I wasn't thinking about. After rehab, I returned to my job and normal life. Every day was a battle to make it to the next day, just surviving day to day. I was content with surviving, but nothing changed. I was still isolating, just working and coming home. I wasn't living. The only thing that had changed was that I was sober, which didn't last long. But that's another topic for another video soon. I had no ambition, no drive, no purpose. From my experience, especially in early recovery, wanting more out of life was terrifying. Could I change? Did I want to change? And could I truly handle another failure at this point in my life? I didn't even know what I truly wanted. At this point, my life was shit to me. Walking around with a fake smile, telling people that I was okay, but in reality, I felt defeated. I wasn't proud, confident, and extremely detached from life. Just going through the motions. I thought about how I just wanted to change. I honestly felt I was lying to myself. It just felt out of reach. Lots of lonely nights and crying to myself to sleep. I had to realize recovery is more than just being sober. I had to rebuild myself. I had to make a commitment to myself that I had to do real work, hard work on myself and my sobriety. I stopped using weed as my crutch to sobriety. Honestly, that surprised me the most. Making that commitment felt like I was finally going in the right direction. Starting using what I learned in rehab and putting them to use. Learning my triggers, my feelings, and my spirit. I had to stand face to face with myself, my pain, and my trauma. I wasn't going to let those things define me or my future anymore. Use them in a positive way, understanding what got me to those dark days and now using them as motivation. Goals became a big part of this process. Truthfully, I procrastinate a lot. It had to be the first thing I worked on. I'm getting better at it. I started with a small daily goals list, waking up on my first alarm, making my bed every morning, doing a light workout, and journaling. Not much, but staying consistent has been the main focus. And to stay honest to the community. Some days I skip a few or or even none, and just come home and relax. But I don't let it cascade. I get back at it, just like in recovery and relapse. It happens, but it's just how you respond. Get back to my goals and try again. Don't let those days you skip a goal or two get you down. Sometimes you need a day to relax. I know I do. I owe this channel to a close friend, one who has always been there for me and always tried to elevate me. One who is also in recovery with time under his belt of sobriety. We went out to dinner for his birthday, catching up, laughs, and just having a cool time. We started talking about hobbies and how he would just look up things he was interested in. He talked about what it takes to start a YouTube channel. Then it sparked an idea in me. I told him it would be cool if I did a channel focused on my recovery. He told me it would be a dope idea and that the community would appreciate it. From that conversation sparked all this. It started out as a dream, turned into an obsession, and now into my passion. To him, I will be forever grateful and thank you for being my friend I needed in this life. Love you, bro. Recovery 365 was born. I found my purpose, my dream, using my recovery to help others. For me, this is what wanting more out of life looks like. I truly enjoy the process of writing about my journey, how it may help others, and let them know that they aren't alone in this. This is still a work in progress, but writing has brought me peace and closure in certain aspects. I'm learning as I go. But that's recovery, progress, not perfection. To the community, don't settle for just surviving. It's time to dream again. Find your passion. Don't settle for just surviving. Find your passion and explore where it can lead you. We've set limitations on ourselves for a long time. Let's show people we have changed. We have learned from our past mishaps and working to better ourselves. We deserve more out of life because we know hell is real and we lived there throughout our addiction. Now we want to better our lives. Believe in yourself again, even on those dark days. Don't give up. For us, the risk of giving up may be our last. Don't become a statistic. Become a beacon of hope for others suffering from this disease. I've come close to death and realized I'm not ready to die. I have more in me to show the people who believed in me, and my commitment to my recovery wasn't for nothing. Start small with your goals and build structure. Explore all your interests and find your passion or purpose.